In the town of Ubaji, there lived a woman known as Madame Joy. She was a lively and friendly woman in her early 40s. She lost her husband when their daughter Jenny was just 5 years old. She raised Jenny single-handedly with the help of Susan, her housekeeper. Madame Joy seemed to be doing very well. Jenny attended the best schools, had a top-notch tutor, and wanted nothing. Madame Joy vowed to her husband in his deathbed to care for their daughter, and she kept her promise by choosing not to remarry. Jenny was her word, and she worked tirelessly to ensure that Jenny lacked nothing. Susan, who had been with them since Jenny was 6, cared for Jenny as if she were her own, while Madame Joy ran her business. Now 17, Jenny was eagerly anticipating her 18th birthday, longing for the freedom of adulthood. Her best friend Rachel hadn't been the best influence, often sharing stories of freedom and how she enjoyed since she has been 16 years old. With a mother who let her do so as she pleased, Jenny envied this freedom and couldn't wait to be 18, dreaming of her making her own choices and leaving the house without restrictions. One day, Madame Joy returned from work, buzzing with excitement to share the good news with her daughter. She hurried into Jenny's room, only to be met with irritation. "Mom, I don't like it when you enter my room without knocking. I'm almost 18. I deserve some respect," Jenny snapped. Surprised but still enthusiastic, Madame Joy apologized. "I'm sorry, my love. I'm so excited. I got promoted today. I've been saving for your university, but now we have more than enough for a private one. In 3 years, you'll be done. No strikes." She beamed with joy. "More reason to be absent," Jenny muttered under her breath. Absorbed in her phone and showing little interest, Madame Joy was taken aback and stood silently, watching her daughter. "Mom, you can go. Congratulations," Jenny added dismissively. That night, Madame Joy couldn't sleep. Reflecting on Jenny's reaction, she blamed herself for not being more present in Jenny's life and mourned her husband's absence. She resolved to spend more time with Jenny, as her promotion would allow her to work from home more often. As Jenny's 18th birthday approached, Madame Joy took time off work to plan a party. She shared her plan with Jenny. Jenny, without saying a word, walked into her room and locked herself in. Madame Joy went after her. She knocked and called her out, but Jenny ignored her, calling Rachel for party ideas. Jenny finally emerged and said, "Mommy, this is my space. When I am not opening the door, it means I don't want to talk. Please respect that and walk away." Madame Joy watched her in surprise as Jenny shut the door to her face. That night, she decided to have a heartfelt conversation with Jenny. Madame Joy entered Jenny's room, gently waking her up. "We need to talk," she said. Softly, Jenny, still groggy and irritated, replied, "Mom, I have been home all day, and now you want to talk when I'm asleep?" "My dear Jenny, my beautiful princess," Madame Joy began. But Jenny cut her off. "Mom, please, get to the point. I don't have time for this." Madame Joy continued, "I am truly sorry I haven't been present. I needed to work to ensure that you have everything you needed, to fulfill the promise I made to your dad to make sure you lack nothing. I'm sorry if that wasn't enough. I'll try to be more present. I can work from home now, so we can be together. Please forgive me." Jenny responded, "I don't need your presence. I'm almost an adult and I can't wait to have my own place, go out whenever I want, and not be stopped." "Jenny," Madame Joy said, holding back tears, "even as an adult, I wish my mom were here. I have cried a lot, and I would have gone to her for comfort and advice. I did everything for us. Mom, can I go back to sleep now? I don't want you to start crying," Jenny said, turning away. Madame Joy watched her for a few seconds. I'm sorry for how I made you feel. I love you, my daughter, she whispered and then left the room. The next day, Jenny made some changes to her birthday plans with Rachel's ideas in mind. Madame Joy tried hard to be present and make Jenny happy, often working late into the night and feeling exhausted during the day due to lack of sleep, just to be present for Jenny. The birthday party was a success and Jenny was thrilled. During her speech, she thanked her friend Rachel but didn't mention her mom nor Susan, who had worked hard to make sure that the party was a success. Afterward, Madame Joy, feeling hot, decided to talk to Jenny and she knocked and entered Jenny's room. Jenny, I am glad your 18th birthday went well, but I noticed you didn't acknowledge me nor Susan in your speech. We worked tirelessly to make it happen. Your friend didn't even show up, Madame Joyce said, holding back tears. Mom, I thank the person who gave me ideas and has always been there for me since you weren't. I thanked my best friend, Jenny replied. But I promised to be more present now. You knew our situation. I had to work, which is why I hired Susan. Please forgive me, my child. I did it all for you, Madame Joy pleaded. Jenny, frustrated, retorted. Stop saying you did it for me. You did it for yourself. Maybe when I leave your house, you will understand. Leave to where? You are all I have. I have to make things right. Please don't leave me, Madame Joy cried. I am 18 now. You can't stop me, Jenny replied nonchalantly. The next day, Jenny met with Rachel and expressed her frustration about her mom. Rachel advised her to leave home, reminding her that she's 18 and could do whatever she wants. Jenny considered the idea of freedom and asked Rachel if she would also leave her parents. Rachel admitted that she couldn't, but promised to visit often. Jenny had saved enough money, thanks to her mom, who made sure she lacked nothing. Rachel offered to help her find a place. 2 days later, Rachel discussed with friend how Jenny planned to move out. She claimed she advised against it, but that Jenny wouldn't listen, mentioning that Jenny has enough money to throw around. After the conversation, a man who overheard them approached Rachel, offering her 10% commission if Jenny rented a property he was showing. Intrigued, Rachel agreed. He took Jenny to see the place. As they toured the house, Jenny felt uneasy and pulled Rachel aside. I don't like this place. It feels strange and it's too big for me to live alone. Jenny, Rachel insisted. This is perfect. I'll visit you often and we can throw parties. Let's secure this one before someone else does. Sighing, Jenny handed over the money. Rachel later received her commission. Days later, Madame Joy returned home early to spend time with Jenny. She knocked on Jenny's door, but there was no answer. She entered and found a letter on the bed. As she read it, she was shaking and nearly collapsed. She called for Susan, who said she had seen Jenny with a suitcase. Jenny had mentioned going, eager to live life on her own terms until 1 month later. Rachel advised Jenny to throw a party to show everyone she had money. Jenny agreed, and after the party, everyone went home. Jenny begged Rachel to stay, but Rachel refused, saying her parents wouldn't agree. You can move in with me. You're 19 already, so you can leave just as you advised me to leave, Jenny pleaded. Rachel refused, promising to visit the next day. A minute after Rachel left, there was a loud knock on the door, and Jenny heard her name loud and clear. Thinking Rachel had changed her mind, she opened the door and saw no one. Frightened, she closed the door and said to herself, the knock was real. It's not in my head. I heard my name. Scared, she went to bed clinging to her pillow. The next day, Jenny told Rachel about the strange occurrences, but Rachel shrugged it off, saying it was just in Jenny's head. As they sat chatting, They suddenly heard footsteps loud and clear. Turning around, they saw no one. Then a door banged shut, making both uneasy. Both were covered in goosebumps. They could feel the unseen presence. You see what I told you, Rachel? There is something about this house. It is more than we know, Jenny whispered. Rachel, now scared, said she wanted to go home. Jenny begged her to stay, but Rachel didn't listen and left Jenny alone. That night, Jenny couldn't sleep, feeling like she was constantly being watched. She had a terrible nightmares and began to miss home. Back at Madame Joy's house, she paced up and down the room. Madam, are you okay? Susan asked. Am I a bad mom? I have looked for Jenny everywhere with no sign of her. Her numbers I can't reach. I so bad that she wanted to get so far away from me and cut me off completely. Even her best friend Rachel doesn't know where she is. I've asked her to help me find Jenny, but she could not find her anywhere. Why does she want to forget her old life so badly? Did I give her a bad life? Madame Joy asked, distressed. No, not at all. You are a good mom to Jenny, and you have done a lot for her. Most mothers did not even have the chance to do for their children. I think it's just peer pressure. She will come to her senses soon, Susan reassured her. Madame Joy then told Susan that she wanted to adopt a child and that they would be moving to a new house. She planned to leave the new address with the neighbor and gatekeeper in case Jenny comes looking for her. The next day, Jenny woke up to find the kitchen in a complete mess, even though she had cleaned it thoroughly the night before. Shocked and unsettled, she decided she couldn't stay in the house any longer. She packed a few essential items and went to Rachel's house. When she asked Rachel if she could stay in her place for some days, Rachel replied, You can't stay at my place. You have a home, your mom's. Why should I go back there? You advised me to leave, Jenny retorted. I advised you to leave, Rachel cut in. You decided you were 18 and you were an adult who could take care of herself, and you left your beautiful home. Rachel, what's wrong? Why are you talking like this? You were the one that asked me to leave. You knew what was happening in my place. It's scary, and I can't stay there anymore. If you needed a place to stay, you knew I would let you stay at mine, Jenny said, almost in tears. I won't need a place to stay because my parents provide that for me. And I'm not planning to be ungrateful to them, just like you were to your mom. Your mom gave you everything. She worked so hard for you. You had everything, good clothes, new shoes. You were the most senseless, ungrateful person I've ever met. Just leave. I don't ever want to be your friend again. Please, leave. Do I do not want to associate myself with your evil spirit. Deal with it, Rachel yelled. You were supposed to be my best friend. Please, just let me stay a few days. I will leave, Jenny begged. But Rachel shut the door to her face. Feeling rejected and alone, Jenny decided to go back to her mom's house. She got to her mom's house, but no one answered the door. She knocked harder. A neighbor came out and told her that the mom has moved out, but left her new address with her. The neighbor went inside to find it, but returned few minutes later unable to locate the address. Jenny urged him to search more, but they couldn't find the address. Feeling defeated, Jenny decided to go to a hotel instead of returning to the scary house. However, when she tried to book a room, her card suddenly stopped working, leaving her unable to pay. Jenny felt as if the universe was working against her. She felt defeated and envied her life before she moved out. As she walked aimlessly, she thought about how Rachel had influenced her to resent her mom and take her for granted. Jenny regretted her actions and prayed for a second chance. Just then, a car stopped beside her. She looked up to see Madame Joy, her mom, waving her in. Madame Joy was unsure of what Jenny's reaction would be if she got close, so she remained in the car. Jenny got into the car and tearfully told her mom everything that had happened. You should have called me. You have my number, Madam Joy said. Rachel made me delete it and I don't know it by heart. I'm so sorry, Mom. I promised to be a good child, Jenny cried. They hugged each other and Madam Joy drove them home. When they arrived, Jenny saw Susan carrying a baby. She asked her mom who the baby was. Overjoyed, Jenny learned that she had a baby brother. She promised to be good and cherish her family. The next day, Jenny made breakfast in bed for her mom and did most of the chores before Susan could wake up. Both Madam Joy and Rachel were surprised, but happy at the new Jenny. She took her studies seriously and passed her university entrance exam. On the day of the exam, Jenny was surprised to see Rachel, who told her that there was no need to go to the university, writing the same entrance exam. Jenny was grateful to have discovered Rachel's true nature and for her mom's forgiveness. Madam Joy was very happy with the new Jenny and they spent more mother and daughter time together. Madam Joy became Jenny's best friend and they all lived happily ever after. The end.